Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So I hope all of you are doing good. As in the previous class, we have discussed some important concept of how to relate the Excel with a database list. In that we have seen the important terms. What is database? So database is a collection of a related information. You can relate with the example that if you have the address book which is having the details of the name and address of different contacts, so that we can relate with the database. Clear? So and not only that, the Excel also acts as a database program which gives you the opportunity to organize, then sort, filter and analyze these list of data. So what exactly this is? Organizing means if you want to present the data in rows and columns. Clear? If you want to arrange that in a particular sequence, that is alphabetical sequence, or if it is number, then we can arrange in a decreasing or increasing order. Clear? So that is called as sorting. Clear? Then filtering, if we have the existing database and if you want to only get a filtered data which is meeting some certain criteria, some conditions which will be applied by you, so that operation will be called as filtering. Clear? So all these terms we have covered in the previous class, so let us quickly revise each of these. So field, records and tables. So field is a column. So here if you see the example in the employee phone number, here it is the figure also. So this name, department, phone number, these are acting as a column. So this column is called as field and records are the rows. If you see with the and the table also, here you can see that the columns in which, if we see the example here, the columns which are the roll number, then the different subjects. So if we write the names of, suppose the Rohan roll number is 6, then Aman is 8 and Parul is 9. So if these are the roll numbers, if the marks of these students are something like 52, clear, 69, so these are the columns values of these subjects. Clear? So if we talk about what is field, so this all the total marks of this student in a particular uh, column, that is maths, so this is acting as a field. Clear? Then what is record? Records are the rows, the all the details of the Rohan if we talk about, so that will be called as a record. So I hope the concept is clear. The records are the rows and fields are the column. Okay, then we have seen what is table. So whatever the information which we are saving in the form of rows and column, that is called as table. Clear? So here also this employee phone number which is present, so this is acting as a table. Then we have seen what is form. So form is a database list which is used for taking the input from the user. So right now, as we are saving the data directly in the Excel sheet, the spreadsheet, in the same way we can use we can take the help of the form, by using which we can save the information, we can edit the things, we can delete also. So we will see in this class how to use that form also. So in the previous class we have seen how to create a database table. So for that, whatever the values you are entering, one by one you will write these values in the cells. What is cell? The each unique the box in which you are entering. So a spreadsheet is having the different cells. Okay, so whatever the value you are entering in these cells, after entering each of these column or the field headers, these are also called as labels. So first, for example, we have written the first name, last name, address, so these are all the column headers and this is also called as labels. After entering this field names, what we are doing, we are entering the records, and for writing these values, after writing one value, press the tab key, it will come to the next cell, or you can directly click the mouse over there. Okay, so this way we have entered the values in the particular spreadsheet. So after completion of all these values, what we have to do, we have to create this as a table. And what are the steps for creating the table? After writing all the values, select all this range we can select by clicking on one value and drag the mouse cursor till the last value where you want to select the range of this table. Clear? So after selecting this whole data, we have to click on this table button. This table button is in the insert tab, and then click on the table button. So when you click on the table, this will give you a new dialog box where the range is selected. Clear? So whatever the area or whatever the data range you have selected, the same address will be displayed in this create table dialog box. Here it is, you can see, and there is also a checkbox where it is given that my table has headers. So the first row means the column headers which you have just written, they will be treated as labels. Okay, so these labels are going to help you. They when you click on this table, they will be the column header. We will see that how this is going to be beneficial for organizing these data. So when you click on this OK button, now in the next window you will see that each of these column headers are now displayed with the filter arrows. Clear? Here you can see this downward arrow. Clear? It will be something with the triangular shape. So these all of these filter buttons, you can see at the first column, this is now treated as a header. Clear? So these headers, by using these filter arrows button, we will see that we can organize the data, we can arrange, we can filter. So in the coming steps we will see those also, how to use this filter arrows button. So this was the step how we have enabled this the filter arrows in our table. Okay, moving further, we have seen how to add the records using the data form. So that was a simple way to enter the data in Excel sheet. Now we will see how to use a data form which we are talking about. So earlier in the previous class also we have seen how to enable this data form button. So by default, whenever we install the Excel for the first time, the data form button is not present. So first we will need to add this data form button in the Excel software. So for that we will go to the new the file tab, then in the option button. So when you click on the option button, it will give you a new dialog box. So here we can find the form. So click on this form button and click on the add. So we have this all this in the dialog box. When we add this, it will transfer the form to this area. Clear? So and click on the OK button. So doing these steps, this form button will be added to the quick access toolbar. So you are already familiar that what is quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar is the bar which is present at the top where the frequently button which are used, they are present. So by default only save, redo and undo, these buttons are there. Now we are adding this form button also with these existing buttons. So using this form button, we will use the form feature, how to enter the record, how to delete the record. We will see what are all the steps. So this way we have seen how we have added the form button in the software window also. If I show you previously, here also we have added the form button. So if you see here at the top, we can see it is present at the top in the quick access toolbar. And what were the steps? Steps were, when you go to the file tab, in the file tab we have the option button. In the option button we can find the quick access toolbar. So here you can see the form is present. Why it is present here? Because we have added earlier. By default it is not present. So this was the step how we have added the form button in the quick access toolbar. Okay, so as it is already added, we don't need to add it further. So let us erase this. So when it is added, you can see this form button is present at the top of this quick access toolbar. Here it is. Okay, let us come again to the textbook. Now today we will see how to use this data form for entering the values, for editing the records and various other things. So first is add records using a data form. So before this we have added the values in the data form simply by writing the values in the Excel sheet. Now we will use the data form. So we all know that what is the data form. Data form is a form using which you can enter the data. Clear? So this is a user friendly approach for taking the input, for editing the values, for deleting the records. So let us see this. So first we have to select any of the cells. Clear? So first step is select the first cell of a record. So whatever the cell you want to choose, we can choose that, click on that, and then click on the form on the quick access toolbar. Clear? So you will get this form button in the quick access toolbar. Then you will get this new data form, and from here click on the new button. Clear? So let us do these first, second, third step also. So if you come here, select the first cell, or whatever the cell you want to select, you can select that. So select the first value in the first row, then click on this form button. So when you click this, you can see all the details of that record is present here. The first name, last name, address, product and payment. So what are all the column headers are there, they are all present here, and the values one by one of one record it will be present here. If you want to navigate, you can navigate by using this previous and next button also, and also we have the scroll bar. So using this scroll bar also you can move from one record to another. So here we are going to enter a new record. So for this there is option for new button. So let us click on this new. So when you click on the new, here you can see a blank form is in front of us. So fill these values. So first name, if you are writing Rahul, whatever the last name you want to choose of that person, so we can choose that. Okay, then address, whatever the address it is there, we can write it. Product, suppose the person has purchased scanner, so we have written scanner. Then payment, so whatever is the payment for that product, we can write the value of that thing. Okay, so we have written all these values. Now after filling this, when you click on this new, automatically this value will be saved. Okay, there is no save button here, so we don't need to worry about. So when you click on this new, that value will be saved. If you want to fill one more record, we can fill that. So let us write it. So we have entered the first name, then the last name, okay, then address, then product, suppose pen drive has been purchased. So we are all writing the, and for switching from one tab to another, means from this one to another, we are using the tab key, or we can simply press the mouse arrow wherever the value in which you want to save. So payment, whatever the payment of that is, write the same. Clear? So this is all the values which we have written for new records. Clear? So if we want to further enter more, you can click on this new button. So this way, if let us now, after all writing all these things, we can close this this form dialog box. So when you close, let us see what all we have added. Just is it there? So you can see at the bottom the new two columns, the new two rows. So these are the two records we have just added. Clear? So this way we can add also using these data form. So this form is now, you can see how helpful for taking the input from the user. Clear? So this way we can add new records. Whatever the record which is present, that were already added by us simply by writing in this Excel sheet. So that was one approach. This is another approach using which the user can input the values. Okay, not only a single value, we can enter multiple values using that. By clicking on the new button, we can keep on adding the new rows. Clear? So this is more user friendly approach for taking the input by the user. Let us erase this and come again to the textbook. So here we have seen how to add new records using the data form. So here you can see the step number 3. After step 3 we have seen step 4, 5, 6. By whatever the value you are typing for the field, by writing that and clicking the tab button from the keyboard, or simply clicking on those cells. Clear? And when you click on this new button, this will save the previous one and give you a blank form where you can enter the new record. Okay, so this way we have after writing all these values, click on the close button. Clear? So step number 4, 5, 6, 7 we have just seen, and when you click on the close button, you can verify that whatever the value you have entered just, that is present at the bottom of this database list. Clear? So this was the way how to enter a new record in a database list using the data form. Okay, now next is editing record. So whatever the value you have entered in the database list, if you want to edit that, if you want to make some changes in that, so for that we can use the feature of editing. So we already know what is editing. Let us read this. You can edit your database table for making changes to the records. So you can edit cells, columns and rows directly in the table, or you can use the data form dialog box to make changes. Clear? So the first approach is we can simply click over any of these record cells, and whatever the value you want to change, if you will double click that, you can change that. But another approach, as we are reading the data form, we are using the data form also for editing these values. So again, the data form, how to enable this dialog box, how to open this dialog box. Again, when you will click on any of the record cell, then step number 2, click on the form button which is present on the quick access toolbar, which we have just added. Okay, so when you click on this quick access toolbar, this new data form window, the data form dialog box will open, and here you can use the scroll bars which is present here for navigating from one record to another. Navigating means moving from one record to another. Clear? So this way we can come to whatever the record which you want to change. So we can use this scroll bar, or also we can use the previous and next button. Clear? So whatever the value you want to change, select that and double click on that particular cell. Clear? When you whatever the value you want to change, after writing that, click on the next, whatever the next record you want to edit. So when you do this, automatically the changes are saved. So here also you can see in the update your knowledge also, that all the changes that you make are saved on the worksheet when you move to another record. So as we don't have any save button present here, so whenever we have edited that thing and when we have clicked move to the next record, automatically that changes are saved. So let us try to do this to change a record, to edit a record. So if we come to the software window once again, let us erase this first. Now what are the steps? First we have to select any of the cell where we want to first we will enable that data form. So first select any of the cell, then click on the form button. Now this is the dialog box which opens. Now we can navigate or move from one record to another by using these scroll buttons. So if you click on these, you can use, or you can use this scroll bar also for moving from one record to another. So whatever the record you want to change, come to that record by navigating or clicking on the previous and next. So suppose I want to change the address of this particular person, so select that and write the new address. So we have written a new address, then if I click on the next or the previous, automatically that change will be saved. Clear? If we want to make changes of some more person, we can select the another record and change whatever the value. Clear? So this way we can edit and change the values. After doing this, whatever the change you want to do, we can move to the next record. So this is the way. After doing all these changes, you will click on the close, and whatever the change you have applied, that is changed here also. Here you can see we have changed the address of this particular person. So this is changed here in this database list as well. So this was the approach how to do the editing in the database list. Now next is deleting a record. Okay, so we have seen how to add a record, how to edit a record. Now the next is delete a record. So for that, again we will use the data form. So first step is open the data form dialog box, then click on the find previous or find next. We have the find previous and find next button in this dialog box, and whatever the record you want to remove, when that record is present over here, so we have to click on the delete button. Here it is the delete button. Then when you click on this delete button, a new prompt or a new box will open which will confirm whether you want to permanently delete that record. So when you click on the OK, the record will be deleted. Okay, and also we have the restore button in case if you want to undo the previous action. So whatever the value you have written deleted, if you want to restore that, we can use the restore button. So let us see this step how to delete a record as well. So if you come here again to the database list, so here again enable the open the form. So click on this form button in the quick access toolbar, then move to whatever the record you want to move. So let us delete the last record which was present at the end. Clear? So this is the last value which we have just added. So after or we can move from one record to another using these find previous and find next button also, which is present. Let me use this. So find previous and find next button are here, and also we have the option of navigating from one to another record using these scroll buttons, and the scroll bar is also there. So any of the approach you can use for moving from one record to another. So when the particular record is in front of you, you want to delete that, click on the delete button. So let us click on the delete. When you click on the delete button, it will again confirm that you want to delete that displayed record. So if you want to delete, click on the OK button. Okay, so then particular that record will be deleted. Clear? So this is the a way to delete a particular record from an existing database list. Okay, now come to the textbook. So we have seen how to delete a record. Now next is search for record. So if you want to search any record in the existing database list, let us see what are the steps. So data form is used to display only records which will match the criteria specified by you. So if you want to search something in these existing database list, we can use some criteria. What are criteria? Criteria are the conditions. Clear? So whatever the conditions which we will specify, the same specified condition will be used for searching the record. For example, here you can see if you want to view all the customers having the same last name, you can use the data form to search for the matching record. Clear? So in all of these values, if you want to search any of the records which is having the same last name, so for that what we have to do, we will again open the data form. So first step is open the data form from the quick access toolbar, then click on the criteria button. So here is the criteria button. Then the next step is whatever the condition you want to apply, whatever the criteria you want to apply, that you can, when you click on this criteria button, it will open this new blank sheet in the same where all the labels are there but the values are blank. So whatever the condition you want to be searched, so that you will specify in that particular label. So whatever the value you want to choose, that we will write that all the records which you want to have the same last name that will be given you when you click on this previous and next button. Clear? So let us try to do these steps. So here you can see when you click on the find previous or find next, all the certain records will be shown to you where the conditions which you have just written that will be present. So let us try to use this in the database list. So if I close this once again, so we have to right now we have to use the criteria. So let us again open the form button from this quick access toolbar. So when you click it, the records will be shown to you. Now we are going to use the criteria. So here is the criteria button. I hope this is visible to you, the criteria. Clear? So let us click on this criteria button and specify the criteria which we want to apply. So when I click on this criteria, a blank sheet is again present with all the labels, but the values are not present here. They are blank. So if I want to search all those address which is having the address as BHU or something, whatever the address you want to search for. So I have written the address here in this particular field. Clear? So for the address field we are searching for only those record which is having the address as BHU. After writing this, what we have to do, we have to click on this previous or next button. So let us click on this. So if I click on the next, only the record which is having that particular address is being displayed to us. Here you can see the address is BHU. Is it visible? Let us click on the click on the find next. So again we are having another record which is having the same address. If I click on the find next again, so here we can see one more record. So whatever the record is present, we can use this. Only 3 are there. So after this, when you click on the next, it will not display another new record. Why? Because we are having only 3 records which is having that particular address. Clear? So using this find previous and find next. So right now we have seen how to use the criteria option, how to use some condition for searching something. Okay, so this is the way to search the values using the criteria. Let us come to the textbook. So this was the use of criteria or for searching something. So in the today's class we have seen how to use the data form. So what is exactly a data form? Let us quickly revise what all we have seen. So how to use a data form? So data form is actually a way of entering database records. Clear? Not only enter database record, we can also delete, we can also edit the values, okay, and we can also search something, search some records, uh, search some records by applying some conditions or the criteria. Clear? And by using this data form we can enter each field in a table one record at a time. Clear? And we all know that by default this data form is not present in the ribbon area, so we have to add this the form button in the ribbon area. So we can add using the steps which we have just seen, that go to the file button, then in the option, and add that form button in the quick access toolbar. So we'll choose this quick access toolbar from the left side, then we will click on the form and click on the add button. So this will add the form button in the quick access toolbar. So only then we can use this form feature. And after this we have seen how to add the record. So for adding, simply click on any of the cell and then click on the form button. So whatever the record which you have already written, that will be displayed to you. And after, when you want to add new records, we will click on the new button. So when you click on this new button, it will give you a blank sheet in the blank field where you can enter the values. Okay, so after entering the record of a single record, when you click on the if you want to enter more new record, we'll press on the new button. So this way the just added values will be saved and a new blank sheet will be present where you will again enter the values of the new record. So this way we can add the records. Then we have option for editing these values. So for that we can click on this find previous or find next button, and we have another way of scrolling for from one record to another using these scroll buttons. So we can move from one record to another using these scroll bars or the scroll buttons, or also you can use the previous and next button. Okay, so using these previous and next or navigation option, we can move from one record to another. So when you'll find that desired record, select that value, double click over there, and whatever the change you want to do, enter the new value over there. So when you click in or when you enter this new value, click on this find and next button, so automatically that change will be saved there. Okay, so this is one thing. Then next was we have seen was how to delete a record. So this deletion can be done by using the delete button. So whatever the record you want to delete, when that record will be displayed in front of you, click on the delete button and that value will be deleted. Then we have seen how to search something by using some condition. For that we have used the criteria button, and whatever the value you want to apply for that criteria, when you click on the criteria button, that new value can be saved written in the that field. So when you click on that field and save write that value, then click on the find and next button, so it will display only those records which are having the similar values. Clear? So this all we have seen. In the coming class we will see how to apply some validation rules. Validation rules are actually some other criterias which are used for taking the input. So while the user is writing something, while the user is and entering new records, so only at that time we can use some certain validation rule. So when that condition is met, only then the values will be entered. Clear? So this we will cover in this coming class. So till then, whatever is being uh, explained to you, you can revise those things, and the questions or queries we will discuss in the coming online session. Till then, stay fit and healthy and keep learning. Okay, thank you everyone.